Can you imagine your baby being eaten by a wild animal, being imprisoned for it, and then tuning into your favorite TV show and seeing the tragedy being used as a joke?
Maybe the dingo ate your baby.
For Lindy Chamberlain, this bizarre chain of events was her reality. But was she a murderer? Or a victim to one of the greatest injustices ever to grace pop culture? Join us as we delve into the origin of the Dingo Ate Your Baby. The Chamberlains were a picture of the typical Australian family, loving, adventurous, and keen to explore the natural wonders of their country. The trip was meant to be a memorable experience, a chance to witness the majestic beauty of Uluru, and bond as a family. They were particularly excited for their 9-week-old daughter, Azaria, to experience the great outdoors for the first time. Uluru, with its majestic red sands and ancient lore, promised a perfect backdrop for their family retreat. A colossal sandstone monolith, Uluru stands in the heart of the Northern Territory, commanding respect and awe from all who visit. For the Chamberlains, it represented an adventure, a place to make happy memories with their children. However, at the heart of this saga is the tragic disappearance of their baby daughter, Azaria, an event that turned a personal tragedy into a public spectacle, a nightmare that would question their innocence and the very nature of justice in Australia. On the night of August 17, 1980, the Chamberlains reported that while they were enjoying a campfire with fellow travelers, a scream pierced the air. Lindy rushed back to their tent, only to find the dingo emerging and baby Azaria missing. The campsite, filled with fellow tourists and campers, quickly turned into a scene of chaos and confusion as the search for Azaria began, but as hours turned into days, there was no sign of the baby. The first breakthrough came when a fellow camper, Wallace Goodwin, made a chilling discovery. Goodwin, an experienced tracker, found Azaria's jumpsuit near a dingo lair, some distance from the campsite. This discovery was critical as it lent credence to the Chamberlains' account, a scenario met with skepticism by some authorities and members of the public. The jumpsuit appeared to have been neatly removed, which raised even more eyebrows. This discovery marked a turning point in the case, as it shifted the focus from a mere search and rescue operation to a complex investigation involving wildlife behavior, forensic evidence, and ultimately, human judgment. The 1982 trial was a media spectacle. The legal odyssey began with an event as dramatic as it was personal, the arrest of Lindy Chamberlain. At the time, she was pregnant. Her arrest shocked the nation, casting more suspicion over what many had initially perceived as a tragic accident. The image of a pregnant, grieving mother, now a suspect in her own daughter's disappearance, riveted and divided public opinion. Michael Chamberlain, too, found himself caught up in the investigation. The authorities considered his demeanor and religious beliefs as factors, fueling speculation and bias that veered the investigation into the realm of personal character rather than factual evidence. The legal process unfolded in stages, beginning with 2 inquests into Azaria's cause of death. The first inquest was somewhat favorable to the Chamberlains, suggesting that a dingo could indeed be responsible. The second inquest, however, led to a dramatic reversal, resulting in charges being brought against Lindy for murder and Michael as an accessory after the fact. This shift was fueled by a mix of circumstantial evidence, forensic analysis, and a sensationalist media environment that was all too eager to convict in the court of public opinion. Expert testimony disputed bloodstains found in the Chamberlain car, which prosecution claimed was Azaria's. The defense argued that the evidence was misinterpreted and consistent with the presence of a newborn. The debate over the evidence was intense, with the prosecution arguing that Lindy Chamberlain had cut Azaria's throat in the family car and disposed of her body in the outback. The defense maintained that the evidence was circumstantial and did not conclusively prove Lindy's guilt. Ultimately, the jury found the pregnant Lindy Chamberlain guilty of murder and sentenced her to life in prison, while Michael was given a suspended sentence as an accessory. The 1982 trial polarized an entire nation. Public opinion swayed wildly between sympathy for a grieving family and suspicion towards their story. The media played a pivotal role in shaping these perceptions, often sensationalizing the details of the case and casting doubt on the Chamberlains' account of events. Headlines frequently implied guilt, and caricatures of Lindy as a cold, unfeeling mother permeated public discourse. A significant factor influencing public opinion was the misunderstanding and mistrust of the Chamberlains' Seventh-day Adventist faith. Rumors and unfounded theories suggested bizarre religious rituals contributing to a narrative of guilt. The scientific community was divided over the evidence presented at trial. Some experts staunchly supported the Dingo attack theory, citing instances of Dingo aggression towards humans, while others backed the prosecution's claims. Central to this whirlwind of judgment was a debate over Dingo behavior, which became a litmus test for the credibility of the Chamberlains' account. The case thrust the Australian dingo into the spotlight, transforming it from a relatively misunderstood native animal into a symbol of fear and intrigue. For some, the very notion challenged their understanding of wildlife behavior, fueling skepticism towards the Chamberlain story. Headlines often painted the dingo as a scapegoat, a convenient explanation for a much more sinister crime. However, as more evidence came to light, the discussion around dingo behavior evolved. Wildlife experts and those with first-hand experiences with dingoes began to share their accounts of the animal's strength, cunning, and capacity to interact with humans in unpredictable ways. These contributions helped to shift some public perceptions, suggesting that the possibility of a dingo taking Azaria was not as far-fetched as initially thought. As Lindy Chamberlain served her life sentence, a movement began to emerge, challenging the verdict and calling for justice. The catalyst for change came unexpectedly in 1986, when a significant piece of evidence was discovered in the area of Uluru, not previously associated with the case. A British tourist fell to his death while climbing the rock, and during the subsequent search, Azaria's missing jacket was found partially buried near a dingo lair. This discovery was crucial. It corroborated Lindy Chamberlain's original account that Azaria was wearing the jacket when she disappeared, a detail that had been contested during the trial. The jacket's location near a dingo den lent further credence to the possibility of a dingo attack. Faced with this incontrovertible evidence, the Northern Territory government was compelled to act. The Chamberlains were immediately released from prison, and a new inquiry was launched into Azaria's disappearance. This turn of events rekindled public interest and debate. In 1988, the Northern Territory Court of Criminal Appeals formally expunged all convictions against Lindy and Michael Chamberlain, citing the new evidence and significant doubts about the forensic evidence used at trial. The final chapter of legal vindication came in 2012, when a coroner's fourth inquest made a landmark ruling that Azaria Chamberlain died as a result of a dingo attack. This conclusion, drawn from decades of accumulated evidence and a better understanding of dingo behavior, officially exonerated the Chamberlains, vindicating them after a long, torturous battle for justice. In a twist no one could have predicted, the Chamberlain case transcended its legal and emotional confines to become a fixture in global pop culture. Central to this cultural phenomenon is the phrase, "A dingo took my baby," a line that, despite its incredibly dark origins, has found a place in the lexicon of popular humor. The film A Cry in the Dark, starring Meryl Streep as Lindy Chamberlain, brought the harrowing story of the Chamberlain family to audiences across the world. Streep's portrayal of Lindy was powerful, capturing the complex emotions and public scrutiny Lindy faced. Yet it was the dramatization of Lindy's outcry that left an indelible mark on pop culture. The movie intended to shed light on the Chamberlains' plight and the miscarriage of justice they endured. However, the sensational nature of the case and the memorable delivery of the line, "The dingo took my baby!" led to an unexpected outcome. The phrase began to be used in various contexts. "I'm sorry, a dingo ate your baby," often detached from its tragic roots.
A dingo ate your baby!
The phrase reached new heights of pop culture fame when it was humorously referenced in an episode of Seinfeld. In the episode, Elaine casually utters,
"Maybe the dingo ate your baby."
using the line to deflect an awkward situation. The context was far removed from the gravity of its origin, demonstrating how phrases can evolve and take on a life of their own in the realm of pop culture. This moment on Seinfeld brought the phrase to a new generation previously unfamiliar with the story. It's a testament to the enduring human fascination with the blurry line between tragedy and humor. This remarkable story relays the importance of physical evidence in criminal investigations and highlights the dangers of relying on media assumptions and flimsy forensic analysis. The Chamberlain case reminds us of the power of media, the complexities of public opinion, and the indelible mark left by words. Who knows, maybe your favorite joke has dark origins too. Tell me what it is in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel. If you want some more videos on some weird stuff, check these out. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will see you next time.